Hi all, my name is Avinash and I welcome you to my YouTube channel The Divine Spark. Each of my videos is a continuation from the previous, hence a good understanding of earlier videos will help in understanding subsequent videos. In our first video V1, we did a self-analysis on creation and deduced that this creation is intelligence or consciousness, energy and matter. In our second video V2, we acknowledged and thanked the knowledge from the great lords and sages. In our third video V3, we have known that the source of consciousness, energy and matter of all beings to be Ishvara, Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra. In our fourth video V4, we have learned that there is a dual aspect to Ishvara. He is with attributes called Saguna Brahman, the Ishvara, and without attributes he is called the Nirguna Brahman. As Nirguna Brahman, he is pure consciousness with all energy and matter returned to him. Hence it is very important for us to understand this aspect of Ishvara, who is attributeless and pure consciousness, because from this aspect he transforms himself into Saguna Brahman and initiates creation. In our fifth video V5, we have known that Upanishads are the texts that reveal the Nirguna aspect of Ishvara, who is pure consciousness and supreme being. In our sixth, that is the previous video V6, we have known that the nature of pure consciousness, Ishvara, is the supreme being, the source of all energy and matter in the universe. We have learned that the supreme being is Supreme Soul. He is one, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, attributeless, formless, actionless, infinite, eternal existence, knowledge, consciousness, bliss, light, space, and life principle. In this video V7, we will try to understand what prompted the Supreme Being, who is formless and full of bliss, to create this universe of forms and diverse beings. To start with, there is no one particular answer for the cause of creation from the text. I shall share with you all such causes that I happen to read and recall. Primordial cause or the first cause. There cannot be a primordial cause or first cause for an eternal being. For an eternal being who is existence itself, who is beyond time, how can first and last make sense? First and last implies that there is time, and with respect to time, first, intermediate and last is defined. But Brahman, the infinite consciousness, is beyond time. In fact, time ensues from him. Hence, first cause is not appropriate here. Next, we will look into the actual causes. It is been said that the universe is causeless. To understand this, the closer analogy provided in the text is our dream. Just as the dream cannot be planned but just happens, this universe with energy and matter sprung from Brahman effortlessly with no particular purpose. Universe is said to be the will of the Supreme Being. Universe emerged with all its glory, with animate and inanimate objects, with multitudes of beings by sheer will of the Supreme Being. When the Supreme Being said, "I wish to be many," the universe emerged out of him effortlessly. The other cause. The Supreme Being brought the universe into existence to fulfill the desire of beings who could not attain moksha or liberation before the Mahapralaya or Great Dissolution. The individual beings, on account of their association with material world, gets attached to it and have their desires left unfulfilled. The Lord, infinite consciousness, Ishvara, who is merciful and in order to fulfill such desires of beings, creates this universe for them so that they can achieve fulfillment and return to their true abode, the infinite consciousness. Cause 5. Thought is creation. Thought in the infinite consciousness manifests as creation. When a thought arises in the Supreme Being Brahman, the one infinite consciousness, creation ensues from him effortlessly, and the return of thought is dissolution. Hence, thought is said to be the cause of creation. Cause 6. The Supreme Being wished to use his creative power, Shakti, in order to experience his own nature. But what is the meaning when we say to experience his own nature? How can an infinite being know that he is infinite when there is no experience of finiteness? How can the being who is bliss know that he is blissful when there is no sorrow or non-bliss in him? How can a formless being who is all-pervasive know formlessness or pervasiveness when there are no forms which can limit him? How can a being who is eternal know what is it like to be eternal when there is no non-eternity? How can a being who is existence itself know what is it like to be alive when there is no non-existence in him or no death in him? Thus the Supreme Being, in order to experience his own nature, created a universe which is opposite and unlike him, and then he entered into the hearts of all beings in the creation, and by experiencing this limited existence, he is planned to know his true nature. Thus, we have seen the different likely causes of the universe that emerge from Brahman, the one infinite consciousness. Though these causes are different, we can still relate to them and can find relationships between them. For example, the cause, desire to know his own nature, and the cause, desire to fulfill the desire of individual beings, can be related with the cause, the will of the Lord to become many from one. And this will can be related to the cause, thought of the Supreme Being. And this cause, the thought, can be related with the cause being causeless, as sometimes thoughts can be random without purpose. We have seen the cause, but what is the nature of existence with respect to one consciousness? We have used the terms like individual consciousness, the one consciousness entering the heart, fulfillment of desires of individual beings. How are these connected and make sense? If consciousness is one, immutable and changeless as seen from our earlier video, then how individual consciousness is possible? Because individual consciousness implies mutability. If Ishvara and individual consciousness are separate, then how can infinite consciousness be stateless or changeless? Doubts like these are sure to arise. In our next video, we shall try to address such doubts and put forth the nature of existence with respect to Ishvara, the one infinite consciousness. Thank you.